Madagascar police says that officers have killed 19 people and injured several others after opening fire on a crowd of protesters that allegedly tried to storm a police station in the southeastern district of Ikongo. Police said that the group of around 500 protesters were carrying weapons and were demanding that 4 people suspected of kidnapping an albino child and killing the child's mother be handed over to them. Malagasy President Andry Rajoelina has however expressed his condolences and said that an investigation into the incident will be launched. Kharkiv Region Prosecutor's Office says that Russian artillery has hit downtown Kharkiv, leaving at least 4 people dead and 11 wounded. The shelling hit multiple locations across Kharkiv, damaging administrative and multi-story residential buildings, cars and a public restroom. Russia has however repeatedly denied targeting civilian areas, despite mounting evidence that its missiles have hit residential areas across the country. A mission from the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, have arrived Kiev ahead of their planned visit to Zaporizhia region to inspect and assess any damage to Europe's largest nuclear plant. Ukraine has also accused Russia of deliberately shelling a corridor that the IAEA officials would need to use to reach the plant in an effort to get them to travel via Russian-annexed Crimea instead. But there has been no immediate response from Moscow. The nuclear power plant has been occupied by Russian forces since the first days of the war in Ukraine, but is still managed by Ukrainian staff and connected to Ukraine's power grid. The United Nations says a ship carrying wheat from Ukraine to the drought-stricken Horn of Africa region has docked in the port of Djibouti, as the first to make the journey since the Russian invasion 6 months ago. The World Food Programme says the vessel Brave Commander, carrying 23,000 tons of grain, will soon be followed by another carrying 7,000 tons. The total shipment to be unloaded in Djibouti and transported to Ethiopia is enough to feed 1.5 million people for a month. However, the shipment barely begins to alleviate the problems of Eastern Africa, where extreme weather and conflict has left 82 million people in need of food aid across 9 countries in the region. And finally, on Global Tidbits, the United Nations has issued a flash appeal for $160 million to help Pakistan cope with floods that have killed more than 1,100 people, destroyed homes, businesses, infrastructure, and crops. The government says estimates put the damage from the floods at more than $10 billion, adding that the world had an obligation to help the South Asian country cope with the effects of man-made climate change. And that's it on Global Tidbits.